Hello and welcome back to round 2 of Wednesday Night Standard here at GameSwap in lovely Mason, Ohio.
Lovely. What is it going to be next round? Stormy?
Yeah, who knows, man. So on the left we have Isaiah Edwards on Mardu Vehicles, a vehicles devotee.
Vehicles. All right.
Yeah. And on the right we have Kevin Hamilton with, surprise, surprise, the new kid in town, Mono Red Aggro.
New kid. Yeah. The Mono Red Aggro deck in this format has actually been doing quite well on Moto Leagues, right?
Yeah. Well, that's how it was known for the Team Open this past weekend. It started tearing up online leagues last week and did exceptionally well at the team tournament. Was easily the most represented deck in day 2 for the standard players on the teams.
All right.
So this matchup is going to be interesting.
Yeah. For all we know, it's probably just going to be whoever is off the race first.
Well, see, the thing is that Mardu Vehicles doesn't get the aggressive draw. And it does have one, certainly, but it doesn't get it as often as a deck like Mono Red Aggro.
Of course not. I'm just saying, like, there's a possibility it's just like whoever gets to the races first here.
It's possible, certainly, but I mean, so Kevin with no 1-drop, and it doesn't. Okay, he does have a red source.
Yeah.
But no 1-drop. But I tell you what, those are at least 2 Earthshaker Kenras in Kevin's hand, and that Thraben Inspector is not going to be blocking.
Neither does that one.
Yeah. They're not going to be doing a whole lot of blocking.
Ooh, shock.
Yeah, and a shock, yep.
Oh, yeah, I like this play a lot. Yeah. I like this turn 2-drop a lot better, because it's just going to be swinging next turn anyways. Okay.
Yeah.
That's just unfortunate for Kevin.
Well, I mean, but it's fine, right? Like,
yeah.
in the sequencing, you're correct that Kevin's sequencing was correct. You want to save your haste creatures for the last threats, especially when he's discarding one of his.
Yeah, it seems like he has another in hand. So
he does, but I just don't. I don't know that that's what you want to be discarding. Of course, I don't see the rest of Kevin's hand besides the shock and the Kenra. Having a big old fat 4/3 on the table though is pretty good.
Yep.
And
too bad none of these Thraben Inspectors are about to be able to block.
Yeah, see, so Kevin chose to discard a castable 2-drop instead of the currently uncastable 3-drop in his hand.
All right.
So, yeah, I just I personally can't get on board with that. But they're his Magic cards; he can play with them how he wants.
So he might just be waiting to save the other haste dude in his hand just to swing out later.
Well, I mean, that's fine and all, but he's going to need to draw another land in what is presumably a very low land deck. You know, I think quite honestly, with especially with aggro decks that run a low land count, you've got to think that the 2 lands that you're currently seeing are very likely going to be the only 2 lands that you're going to see the entire game.
That's fair.
Yep, and Isaiah's board getting out of hand here.
Yep, Isaiah just had a dominant board. A few choices that we just don't agree with Kevin, but that's fair. It's his cards.
Right, like I said. And again, you know, but he died with that uncastable 3-drop in his hand that he could have discarded to the 4/3.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, not saying that it makes a difference in the outcome of the game, but you know, I think that you should always be looking to make the best play every time it's your opportunity to make a play.
Yeah, because like it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed he's going to draw his 3rd land right there, so
exactly.
You can just assume he is just going to stay with the 2 lands he has.
Yeah. Yeah, so I favor the castable cards in my hand over the currently uncastable ones.
Yeah. So that was a quick game 1.
Kevin definitely going to be bringing in some abrades if he doesn't already have them.
Yeah, I talked to Kevin before the event even started, and he was curious about like what his side should be, and he's like, I was like 4 braids, easy.
Yeah, there needs to be basically as long as a braid is in the format. I think that if you are playing the red cards, there needs to be 4 braid in your 75. It is incredibly versatile, well suited to the format as it stands. I have even considered one for my Grixis Delver sideboard in Modern.
Really, Nick?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, your mic's breaking up again, bud.
I can tell.
There you go. Yes,
All right,
I have.
Good. All right, and just for like the affinity matchup and this other taxes matchups.
Yeah, exactly. The taxes matchup, which is actually a very difficult matchup for Grixis Delver. So I've been brainstorming, cards that I could possibly include in my sideboard for that matchup, if I were so inclined to play that deck.
All right.
I think like Sulfur Elemental is a consideration. Yeah, I mean it beats down, has split second, so they can't respond with any Aether Vial, Flicker Wisp, timing tricks. It blanks Flicker Wisps.
All right. Yep.
That are drawn. I mean, you still get the trigger, but their favorite thing to do is to blink a Blade Splicer to build their board.
Yeah.
Right. So in either Thalia, Guardian of Thraben's, dead. Blade Splicers, dead.
Dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you still get the Golem. It still comes into play and makes a Golem.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have first strike anymore.
No, it doesn't.
So if you're so inclined, you can block with a Flip Delver.
Yeah. But I'm still not convinced that is the correct card because it doesn't do anything about Leonin Arbiters.
Yeah.
I hate that card so much.
Yeah, that card.
The only thing that could make that card worse is if it had hexproof. Yeah.
I think that card would just be broken at that point.
If it had hexproof, I would probably quit playing Magic.
I agree with you there. I don't know what to tell you there. I disagree. The cards, like, yeah, having an actual strip mine in Modern is good at times, but sometimes that card sometimes it does nothing.
Well, okay, but when it does something,
it's very punishing.
Yeah, it makes it to where you're the only one that gets to play Magic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I completely agree. But like at times, that card is either like full of text that says wins the game, or is a 2/2 bear.
Yeah, but I think this current iteration of Hate Bears is far better than past iterations.
Oh, I agree.
Access to Selfless Spirit. I've seen versions running multiple copies of Dusk Dawn now.
Mm-hmm. And the green-white lists that are able to really hedge Coco in their decks.
I'm not necessarily sold on that, but I could be convinced. All right, so Kevin running out the turn 2 Earthshaker Kenra here.
All right, let's see how this one goes.
Yeah. I mean, it may very well boil down to a play draw matchup.
Yeah.
So when you're on the draw with an aggro deck, you are looking for a card that you can use to break serve, quote unquote break serve.
Yes. So
Kevin's hand currently full of lands and removal spells and no threats. That is not where you want to be with a mono red deck.
And Isaiah hands to be full of lands and 2 planeswalkers.
Picks up another land here.
All right.
So I'll have to check in with Kevin after this match, but I'm curious how he sideboarded. And we talked about this last week when he was on camera, where it looked as though he had sided out threats in his aggro deck for more answers, even though he was on the play. And I took issue with that. And I'm curious if that's what he's done here again. I mean, because with these decks, right, you're either siding out threats or you're siding out answers. And if you feel like that you want more answers, then are you going to side out answers to bring in answers? No, you're going to side out threats.
All right. Yeah.
And so I'll have to check in with him and see what was going on here. Not sure if that volcanic flow or whatever that the 3 damage
Incendiary flow.
Incendiary flow. That's it. Yeah.
I know a few standard cards. Okay. actually know what that one does.
Yeah. So the only red cards I know are Magma Spray, Harness Lightning, Abrade, and
Hour Devastation,
and Chandra Flamecaller. Yeah, those are the only ones I know.
Only the strictly mono red cards. You know, some multicolor cards like. Wait, don't you also know Glorybringer?
Oh, how could I forget my good friend, the 4/4 Hasty Flying Dragon?
I mean, my only good friend that's a 4/4 flying hasty dragon is Storm Breath Dragon, personally.
Mardu or Esper vehicles? You know, honestly, considering how well positioned Spell Queller and Selfless Spirit are right now, I would trend toward Esper vehicles that play those cards. Isaiah certainly making Mardu look good here, and like I said, he is a vehicles devotee.
Oh yeah,
he's been playing this deck for a while.
Oh yeah, like he off branched it to Aetherworks and was legal for a little while, but like who wouldn't then?
Yeah, I mean, even I played Aetherworks Marvel during that time.
Yeah.
For 2 events, and it was miserable.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was there for both events. You didn't seem like you were enjoying yourself that much.
Well, yeah, about that. I ended up losing in round 3 of the Swiss to gain my second loss to the same guy both days. Who was also on Aetherworks Marvel.
Oh, was it? Oh.
Yeah, and both matches went to game 3. And both matches came down to his Marvel hitting Ulamogs and my Marvel hitting Rogue Refiners. Oh, so yes, I was tilted. The first day, not so much. The second day, when it played out the exact same way, yeah, I tilted off. I could have backdoored into that top 8 potentially. I was like, screw this, I'm going home.
Yeah, it was Bellbrook Comic PPTQ that time, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I actually got to play. I actually had to play last round because like X2 was able to top 8 that PPTQ, and I'm pretty sure I lost to the same guy you did for my win. Yeah, Forrest. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good guy, good player, definitely a good player. Made a pretty good run at the Open here in Cincinnati a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he finished what, X3, X4?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right.
And so that's going to be the game and the match. Kevin flooded out hard. Yeah, it's a shame. You know, we've had Kevin on camera twice now, and his draws just have not cooperated.
Yeah, he's a much better he's a much better player than we're showing right now.
He's been playing as long as I have, if not longer.
Yeah, but he has a longer DCI number than you do.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. So I have known him for a long time, and he always plays the beat down. So anytime that I see him show up at a standard event, I know what he's going to be playing, but I know that he's likely to play it well.
Yeah,
So,
for as long as I've been playing Magic, he's done well.
So that's going to wrap up round 2 here, folks. Join us here soon for round 3 of some hot and still mighty fresh standard action. Thanks for sticking with us, and check out that follow button and that subscribe button if you're so inclined. We also have a Patreon, and there's a YouTube channel for Top Deck Productions as well, with some pretty cool replay videos featuring yours truly.
Yeah. Do you think we're getting a MySpace soon?
Well, if we get up to the times. All right, we'll be back soon, folks. Stick with us. Thank you.
Thanks for watching Top Deck Productions, your home for live weeknight Magic the Gathering. We'll be back with more live Magic shortly, so stay tuned. Don't forget to follow us here on Twitch to be notified of when we go live. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe as well. You can also check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/TopDeckProductions, on Twitter.
Takes her down to 1. Gets an energy trade.